Hello, this is a music and math lesson. One of the very first music and math lessons you can do with a child is the 5 Little Monkeys. It's very simple. We are going to be counting to 5. And in Montessori, we like to do 3 numbers at a time. So we can start off with numbers 1 and 2, then 3 if the child is not understanding the 5 number concept yet. The very first thing you can do is just sing that song. If the child is not familiar with that song, just sing the song. So you can do it with your hands. So you can sing the 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. So you bring out 5 little monkeys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you bring out a little bed for them. Then you sing with them. 5 little monkeys were jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Mommy called the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. 4 little monkeys. So 5 minus 1 is 4. 4 little monkeys were jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Mommy called the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. 4 minus 1 is 3. And 3 is actually this number in sign language, so we're going to go with this number right now. 3 little monkeys were jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Mommy called the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 little monkeys were jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Mommy called the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 little monkey jumping on the bed. He fell off and bumped his head. Mommy called the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. Or they sometimes say, get those monkeys back to bed. So that's the 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed song. It's very common, ton of books and stories about it. But there's also another version, which is the 5 little monkeys swinging on a tree. Now we're going to sing that one as well because we have rainforest theme in our school. And the croc or the alligator that comes out is really fun for the kids to sing about. So that song goes like this. It's another finger play song, which means you can use your hands to sing and play with the kids. So you start out with 5 monkeys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you make a little tree. This is the tree stem. And the tree is sitting, and this is going to be the water. So 5 little monkeys were swinging on a tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, sneaky as can be, and snap! And so 5 minus 1 is 4. Gets that monkey right out of the tree. So now we're at 4. 4 little monkeys were swinging on the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, sneaky as can be, and snap! Gets that monkey right out of the tree. So 4 monkeys minus 1 is 3. We're going to go back to the number 3. 3 little monkeys are swinging on a tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, sneaky as can be, and snap! Gets that monkey right out of the tree. So we have 3 minus 1 is 2. Now we have 2 monkeys on the tree. 2 little monkeys swinging on the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, sneaky as can be, and snap! Gets that monkey right out of the tree. So 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 little monkey was swinging on the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, sneaky as can be, and snap! gets that monkey right out of the tree. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So we're at 0 monkeys. So that is another fun version of the 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed or swinging on a tree. It's a great way to introduce numbers to your child. They'll love that song. They'll love the anticipation of the crocodile coming along. They'll want to say snap. And so it just brings interest to that song when you're using your hands to sing along. Another great thing you can do is print out. We have 5 little monkeys here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And while you're doing that song, you can have the monkeys put down as they get snapped, or you can put them down as they bump their head until they are all the way done. And so that is another visual way, without using your hands, if you are able to access the monkeys for the kids to physically see them as they are getting taken down. Another thing you can do with these is, once you have them, and that's the reason I put them on popsicle sticks, you can really see them jumping on the bed, or you can feel like they're on the tree because it looks like branches. I like having the popsicles because it allows me to hold all of these at one time. Otherwise, they would be all jumbled together like this, and you can't see them, and you can't see how many there really are, so the popsicle sticks helps to fan them out. So once you sing the song, the child is familiar, and you have these popsicle sticks out and ready, you're going to start to reference numbers with these. So you read the book, the 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed, you've sang the song, and now you are going to count with the monkeys. So we're going to be using our Sandpaper Numbers. This says 1, 1. And I always say a rhyme with the numbers because it helps the child remember that number. So number 1 is like a stick, a straight line down. It's very quick. 1. This says 1. 1. 1 little monkey. 2. Number 2. This says 2. Half a heart will never do. Slide to the right to make a 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. This says 3. Round and round like a bee. That's the way to make a 3. This says 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3 monkeys. This says 4. Make an L, but wait, there's more. Add a stick to make a 4. Make an L, then add a stick. This says 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little monkeys. This says 5. Make his hat, make his back, make his belly big and fat. This says 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5. 5 little monkeys. So it's that easy. You're just going to go over the numbers 1 through 5 with the 5 little monkeys. Now, if this concept is too big and the numbers are too confusing for the child, you can go back to just 1, 2, and 3. It doesn't have to be just 1, 2, and 3. If they understand 1, 2, and 3, and you want to mix up, do 4, and then 3, then 2, you can do that as well. So another way to do that is by doing crazy mixed up numbers. So you take your monkeys out. I always like to keep my workspace as organized as possible so the child knows to be careful with the works and to be gentle. If you just kind of toss them to the side or you have a kind of mess on the corner, the child's going to think that that's how they should have their workspace as well. So when you want to play crazy mix-up numbers, you reference back the number over and over again. This says 5, make them feel it. Flip them around. This says 4, feel it. Flip it around. This says 3, feel and flip. This says 2, feel, then flip. This says 1, feel, then flip. And you're going to mix them up. And I like to sing a song, mix, mix, mix them up. Mix, mix, mix them up. Mix, mix, mix them up. Mix those numbers up. Then they will mix them up for you because they love that part. Then you go back to doing your knock-knock game, just like you did with your crazy mix-up letter game. So you go, knock, 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 who is it? Who is it? you let the child say who it is. If they do not know, then you say it, who it is. This says 3. And you can say your rhyme again. 3 is round and round like a bee. That's the way to make a 3. After you do that, you go to the next number. Knock, knock, knock. Who is it? Who is it? And you ask them. And they, again, will tell you. If they don't know, you correct them and say, this says 5. Make his hat, make his back, make his belly big and fat. 5. Knock, knock, knock. Who is it? And you ask them, who is it? This says 1. Number 1 is like a stick. A straight line down. It's very quick. Knock, knock, knock. Who is it? This says 4. Make an L, but wait, there's more. Add a stick to make a 4. And the last number, knock, knock, knock. Who is it? This says 2. Half a heart will never do. Slide to the right to make a 2. And so you do that many, many times with your child. Mixing them up helps to make sure that they actually know that symbol. When you have them in 1 through 5 order, they sometimes just remember that order. And so you feel like they really got their numbers when you put them in this order, because they kind of remember it almost like a song when they say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then if you mix them up and the child does not know that symbol, meaning if you go just around and do a little crazy mixed up, and then they cannot tell you that this is 5, 4, 1, 3, and 2, that might mean that they've got that number order memorized, but they don't know that symbol on its own. So you can go back to just going through 2 numbers at one time or 3 numbers at one time until you can do all 5, and they're all mixed up and they're able to still differentiate that number from the mixing up process. So after you've done that, you do want to go back to the correct number order before you clean up the work. The reason for this is when you put them back in their container, you want to make sure you start with the biggest number, always with numbers, because you want them to be back in the correct order on the tray or in the box that they come in. So you're going to start with 5 and you're going to count down. 5, this says 5. 4, this says 4. 3, this says 3. 2, this says 2. And 1, this says 1. So when they're back in their box, it should be in the correct order, in this case from 1 to 5. And again, those are 3 great things you can do for focusing on numbers. 5 Little Monkeys is a great song. You can do your finger play, jumping on the bed version, or swinging on the tree version. You can read your book during a transition time when the kids are waiting. And you can also bring out your little popsicle stick monkeys for a nice visual reference for them. I also wanted to mention that there is another type of book that we have access to here in our school, which is a felt type of book, and it has little felt pieces. So this might be something if you really feel like the child's very into that lesson, and this is the jumping on the bed version, they can move the monkeys, because it comes with little monkeys, and put them on the little felt pages and do the song as well. So this one was something we purchased at Target. And the last version that we have here is just some simple monkeys. These are from the dollar store, and I just put numbers on their bellies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So instead of using the popsicle sticks and you have time to sit down with the child, you bring out those monkeys, and we have bananas for those monkeys. So you will give them as many bananas as are on their belly. And what I say is those monkeys are hungry. This monkey wants 1 banana. This monkey's hungry, he wants 2 bananas. This monkey's hungry, he wants 3 bananas. This monkey's hungry and wants 4 bananas. And this monkey's hungry and wants 5 bananas. And you have enough bananas for that monkey, so that way you have a correction of error. And that is just another fun way of counting with the monkeys and then visually seeing that number being built, so comparing 1 through 5. So when you put 1, there's going to be 1 banana. When you put 2, there's going to be 2 bananas. And in Montessori, we put them in pairs. When you do 3, there's going to be 1, 2, and 3 bananas. When you do the 4, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 bananas. And when you do number 5, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 bananas. Now, there's not enough space here. I should space them out a little bit more so that the numbers and the monkeys' bananas are not getting mixed up. So you have a long mat. You have enough space to space them out a little bit more evenly. But you do want to make sure you're putting them in pairs so they can see odd, even, odd, even, odd. So that pattern, you want to recognize that through the way you place the bananas or whichever counters you have. And then again, always make sure that you clean up backwards when you're doing numbers. So you're going to clean up the bananas, put them back in your bin, container, and you're going to put the monkeys in. Clean them up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So those are a few great ways of counting, using monkeys as counters, using sandpaper letters, and sandpaper numbers, and using a book as a reference. So thank you again for watching, and I hope you have fun with that lesson.